Good evening, you guys. I'm gonna get on here and get a reaction to Jasmine of my Jasmine life. She just did a premiere. Had to get on here and give a reaction. You already know how I feel about this situation. In my eyes, it's just uh another one of her examples of her piss poor parenting. First of all, and number two, her neglect. She basically did a premiere like it was actually a premiere. It actually was sad that she still, in my mind, exploiting that little boy. He did get his helmet. She to the point where she actually made it a premiere when she could have just made it maybe a 10 or 15-minute video. I don't know what goes on that little head of hers, but at the end of the day, it's nothing to be premiering that about. Her reason for doing it, she said, was to make other parents aware. Okay, that might be true and whatever. But at the end of the day, you have to do one thing that you haven't did with none of your kids, and you're definitely not doing religion there, is take accountability. The reason why the child needs a helmet in the first place is because of your, first of all, your laziness, your piss poor parenting, and most importantly, your neglect. His head shape did not happen because he came out the womb like that, or maybe there's just a genetic disorder he has. It comes from basically not being lazy and not wanting to do something simple like put him on his tummy for tummy time, or either just take him out of the actual stroller or whatever type of thing you have him in, and basically get him out of there. It comes from basically laying on his head for extended periods of time, which baffles me considering that this is your fifth child. You should know that, one or two things you could have did to avoid that. Simple things at that was either shape his head, which is an old wives' tale, or to put him on the floor for tummy time. It basically it screams neglect, and the fact that people amen and cheering you on, and basically trying to feel sorry for you because the baby has a helmet, and basically congratulating you for getting him a helmet. But what they fail to realize is that you're the reason why he needs the helmet. And the sad part about it is you're holding him in this premiere at the doctor office. You still don't see that he's not reaching 6 month old milestones. The baby's not cooing, I'm sorry. He's not kicking his little legs. He's not moving. He basically just sits in there and stares at you. At 6 months, he ought to be cooing or doing something. Now she says that he said that. I looked over it again twice. I didn't hear him say no that. Maybe in her mind he did. Because you gotta understand she the same parent that sit there and watch Ava and Aiden, who clearly need to be evaluated because they're on the spectrum. She won't even take them so they can actually get help. And when I say help, meaning that they can see a speech therapist. Now they were seeing a speech therapist, but what happened to that? Why they still not? And mind you, this is the same parent that is too lazy to potty train her 4-year-old kids. So please make it make sense. Then she gets on here. What really made me irate, she was like, "Oh, I can go on Etsy and get some stickers for it." What you could have did is quit being a lazy parent and got him up for tummy time and interacted with your child instead of trying to hit that live button. We wouldn't even need it. He wouldn't have need a helmet. Now your subscribers over there, whoever you want to call, the people that actually amen you, they can do just that. But I'm not gonna amen you for this because it is what it is. It's not something what that was out of your control, or maybe it was a genetic disorder. No, this was come from lack of parenting and not being lazy. Simple, simple, simple. No gray areas. It is what it is. Now you can say what you want to say or feel how you want to feel. Now when it comes to Jasmine, everybody want to pat her on the back and say she doing her best. No, she's not. She's not even doing the least. Then she puts him in the car seat, knowing that the car seat is not positioned correctly, and then she comes with this clapback about, oh, his dad is going to buy him a car seat, as he should. Everybody else, the subscribers bought him everything else, down even down to the bed he's sleeping in. So that's the least the daddy could do. He the one produced that ejaculated the sperm to make him. The subscribers didn't. But in your mind, the subscribers did. That's why you always dry begging for them to go buy him stuff. So I'm not understanding and the math ain't math, and why you think the subscribers should do everything. But guess what? That's their problem at this point. I don't even feel sorry for them at this point because they feel like taking care of a grown person who has a man. Then hey, I'm all for it. But guess what? I ain't finna do it. But it's sad that people sit there, amen, piss poor parenting. And I couldn't really look at the baby because it's not his little fault that his mama didn't want to do what she could have did, and that's the bare minimum to keep it from this point. I could see if he had a little disability or something. He maybe needed a helmet. He needed a helmet just because you was too sorry and lazy to put him on his tummy for tummy time or shake his little head, or better yet, do both. Now, some people are not partial to shaping their head. Some people think it's just old wives' tale. Now, I've done it for all my kids, and I'm not gonna say that's what works, but it did help. And I also put my children on their stomach for tummy time. As a result, none of my kids have flat heads. My last son head was a little square, even though I was doing what I needed to do, and I was shaping his head, which was, it's still his head is not even halfway looking like legendary. So it's sad. And what's even sadder that people amen to her. He's sitting up there with the helmet on his head, and she talking about putting some stickers on. You need to put a sticker on yourself that says, I don't have a brain. Yeah, when you go on Etsy, get you a sticker for you. Get you a helmet too and put it up there and say, I don't have a brain. That baby don't need no stickers. Now you trying to put stickers on there like it's a cast or something. This girl is a mess. I mean, she'll do anything for a click in the view and spoil her kids, and it's just sad. And you sit up there, see these children are struggle to speak. And people say, well, she needs to whoop Aiden because he acts out. Yeah, the reason why he acts out is simple. He acts out but because he's frustrated because he cannot physically say words that we normally say, and we take it for granted. That's why he actually hits out hits people and act out. Not saying that that's an excuse, but that's why he does it. My son is ADHD, but unlike her, I'm a hands-on parent. I took my child and got him evaluated. Nobody had to tell me. I mean, you be with your children more than anybody else. Should nobody have to tell you to do anything? And quiet as kept. The only reason she really took him to get the helmet, she was tired of reactors saying it, people saying it. Now she want to make a video like it was her idea all along. No, ma'am. You just did it in order. In your mind, you figured out a way to make money off some videos by actually taking him to do something you should have did in the first place. But that's typical Jasmine. She gonna exploit her kids for $1. I mean, I always tell people, I said, what would she do without YouTube? Because it looked like she too sorry to go get a job. If this app went away, then I don't know what she would do. Say quiet as kept. Then she was trying to clap back on somebody on Instagram about how she used to have a job. Yeah, used to. But now your job is to get on here and put that camera on and support your kids. I don't care what you say. That is what all I see when I look at your channel. That's if I can stand to look at it for maybe 10 minutes, because it's you really have no content. Most of the content that you do have is boring. Then you got the extra drags and Chris channel, and you get Chris over there doing them prison meals, because that's what they look like. I ain't seen no soap, water, nothing go across his hands, but he on there doing a full-fledged tutorial on how to cook. No ma'am, no ma'am. You couldn't teach me how to cook nothing. You ain't wash your hands. He got poor hygiene, and so do she wonder why the kids always sick. I notice when she be on camera and be fixing their plate, she don't never say y'all go wash your hands. I say to myself, it's sad that you have bad hygiene and now you're passing on to the kids. The kids should not be going straight into eating and they've been sitting there for that long. They should be going to wash their hands, and you should be washing your hands while you preparing the meals. I watch her sometimes preparing meals on live, and she don't even wash her hands. It gets so bad that she'll go from the sink to put something in the sink and don't wash her hand. I said to myself, I'm not understanding. The math ain't mathing, but at the end of the day, this makes total sense when it comes to Jasmine, because Jasmine just, you can tell that she don't care and she ain't trying to do no better. And the fact that people amen her and cheerlead her, she gonna keep doing that. And what behooves me is that she be getting on Instagram trying to comfort people when they be trying to basically just tell her simple stuff she should know all anyway. She can't take constructive criticism. And it ain't really criticism. People just be trying to tell her. Most people probably got kids and just are passing on different suggestions. See, Jasmine thinks she know everything, but the thing is, she don't know nothing. And it's sad that she don't know the basics in parenting. She's on baby number 5. And in my mind, I think she on baby number 6. I think she got one baking in the oven now. I mean, it's just sad. I mean, I hate to say it, but she needs to stop reproducing. I would never have thought in a million years I would say that as a mother to another person, that they don't need to reproduce, and she don't. And the reason why I say that is because when she having these kids, she after the mother, in other words, after the baby stage, it's a wrap for Jasmine. If you pay attention, even if you look at some of her old videos,
Once the newness of the baby wears off, she pushes it to the side and then she ready for the next baby. It's just a domino effect. I don't know if she's trying to catch up with Chris or what she trying to do. My thing is, you if you can't parent the ones you got, why do you keep adding to the pile? It's not like you're such a great mom. And unlike you, some moms can't even be home with their kids. You with your kids 24/7, and you cannot see that they not only need evaluating, but you don't have enough time out to take out of your day to potty train your own children. If that's not neglect, I don't know what is. Now y'all can sit on here amen for her if you want to, but I'm not finna amen for her. I'm gonna tell it like it is because I've sat back and watched this, and this ain't something I just rolled out of bed and said, "Hey, I'm just gonna make a reaction video." No, it's this is the truth. It is what it is. And if you think I'm lying, you can dig into some of my shabby life videos. They go back from day one. I think they go back as far as when her first daughter was small. But I know they got some pictures of videos of Maya as a small kid, and no lies was told. Nothing was made up. All the videos that are put on there are videos she made. Especially that video that really irks me is where Maya shaved her tongue. She yeah, and the reason why the little girl shaved her tongue because she in there on live ain't watching them. I mean, Jasmine just do the least and expect people to congratulate her. But the sad part about it is they gonna cheerlead her no matter what. And they mind Jasmine a good parent. I say to myself, if that's the example of a good parent, then baby, I don't ever want to be a good parent. I'm perfectly comfortable being a bad parent. It is what it is. I can't nobody say no more. And really, what behooves me is that Philip is out, and he still, I guess, he either see it or don't care and ain't saying nothing. But a lot of people said part of the reason why he ain't saying nothing because at the end of the day, he probably on the spectrum himself. Could be, it could be. But that's just my opinion on why Aiden acts out. And I'm not a doctor, so nobody can't take it for nothing but face value. But he shows some of the signs that my son shows, so he could be ADHD. But I really think that little girl is, which is Ava, I think she's on the spectrum. But technically, I think both of them are. But either way, she needs to get them evaluated and get a therapist back in there. I don't know what happened to the session. She was premiering them and doing the most. Somebody said they think that's probably why the therapist ain't doing there no more. She tired of her shoving that camera in her face. I don't know. But normally I would think even if that was the case, they would send somebody else out. But I don't know. Jasmine don't basically letting you know she don't care. It is what it is. Jasmine just there for a click in the view. And she gonna make sure that the children are the star of the show. It is what it is. But I just had to get on here and give y'all guys a quick reaction on that. That's on her new video she just put out the premiere. She was showing us about the helmet. And she talking about they had to cut it down. I was like, whatever, Jasmine. We're gonna see how long she do this and go back and forth because this ain't one of them things where you just do it one time. It's a process. According to her, you got to keep going back. So we're gonna see do she keep it up, her appointments, and most importantly, how he progresses after he takes the helmet off, which I hope that's the end goal. I've never had a kid. I've never seen a kid that actually wore a helmet. Now I've seen it in movies, but I never seen it to the point up close or anything like that. But hopefully, the baby can get what he needs, and most importantly, he can thrive as a child. I'm not bashing the kid. I'm just speaking facts, and most importantly, speaking my opinion. But hopefully, everything works out well for baby legendary, and hopefully she'll figure out those babies need to be potty trained, and she'll get on it, and most importantly, do it because at the end of the day, the kids need to be start when school starts back. They need to start back in Head Start while their sisters go to regular school. If she was smart, that's what she would do, and she would be trying to make sure that that baby does what he need to do. He need to be potty trained so he can go too. And most importantly, don't reproduce, have no more kids. But this Jasmine we talking about, so what I'm saying makes sense to most people, but to her they don't. Cause believe me, she cooking up a scheme. She trying to get another baby. Quiet on the YouTube trees, they saying they think she trying to get him a girl. I said to myself, you can get him a girl, a boy, multiples, whatever you want to give. It don't matter. Chris is not a good role model anyway. He don't even take care of the kids he had before he had you. So it don't matter how many amount of kids you give him, it's still not gonna make him a good father. It's just like my grandma always used to say, it's gotta be in you, not on you. But the fact that she keeps trying to throw it in our face that Chris buying stuff for the baby, he's supposed to. And every time he do something, we don't need a announcement about it. I mean, that's what a father's supposed to do. Take care of his son. He's supposed to buy for him. But I guess in her mind, it's a national moment and it needs to be documented because she already know herself he a piss poor parent. Because guess what? She want herself. Anytime man don't take care of his kids that he had before you, then most likely he ain't gonna do no different with the kids he got with you. Now she can get on here and paint this narrative that they just happy family and that he gonna marry her. We already know he not. Jasmine is in a fairy tale. Maybe one day she gonna wake up. I don't know. But I know the sheriff is back in town, aka Phil. Phil got his own channel, so he doing what he do over there. I check in every now and then, but I'm trying to figure out what he got going on and what's his next move. But I guess he'll let us know. But thank you guys for tuning in. I'll give you guys another reaction probably tomorrow. Hopefully you guys are new or subscribe. And if you like the content over here, leave a girl a comment and most importantly, leave me a like. I'll see you on the next one.